What's going on, guys? We're back with a coffee cigar that I made, homemade, of course. So, today we're going to be talking about a very important topic that feels very relevant to today's world. So, I feel like if you look all around you, you'll notice that it seems that, especially online, I'm mostly referring to online actually, that people have lost their faith, their faith in humanity and the world. I'm here to quell those fears. And the most important thing when it comes to restoring that faith is really seeing that this is just such a brief time in the course in the course of the entire universe. This is like a little grain of sand, but it seems so important because our egos, right, the human ego is so selfish. It's like me. How can this be better for me? I want this to be better for me. And there's nothing really wrong with that. But at a certain point, when everyone's so selfish, when you're so selfish, it leads to this, right? It leads to nothing good. So basically, the more selfish you are, the less good your life will be. And this is contrary to what a lot of people say, but this is true. And of course, see for yourself if it's true. But, with, people seem to be, becoming, and I'm not saying this is true. I'm just saying what people think, people are becoming less friendly. We're destroying nature. The economy is shit. All that stuff, right? The fuck was that? I don't know what that was. But all those things seem to be like looming in your life, looming in the distance, looming in the metaphorical distance. But you have to be aware of where you're getting your information from, right? Like who's really conditioning your mind to behave like this, because it is a behavior. And I'm not saying this stuff doesn't have some merit to it. Like, it's not, that you shouldn't address it. These things should be addressed. Like, if there's a problem in the world, it absolutely should be addressed. But the difference here is that life doesn't reward destruction. And this is what social media and algorithms promote, right? Because it's like candy for the ego. And I'm saying ego a lot, but it's candy for your lizard brain, right? All this, I don't even want to give these movements credit, to be honest. I don't really talk about this stuff, but things like red pill, blue pill, black pill, like all this stuff, other things, all these stupid ideas floating around, like, you could live a much better life if you just cut the shit. Literally cut the shit. Cut the fucking shit. And to do this, to cut the shit, you have to be a very independent and sovereign individual, right? Because why are, groups like this and movements movements like this so why do they hook a lot of people? It's because when when you suffer, when you're suffering, it's easy to point the finger, point the blame at a specific group of people or somebody or something as to why you're suffering. But like I said, life doesn't reward that. There might be some merit to it. I'm not saying that, there isn't a problem. I'm just saying that you as an individual, this is a very individual solution, can do things to make your situation better. But you go into learned helplessness and begin to blame other people for the problems in your life. Like I said, it doesn't have to be this way, but when people in the online ecosystem, because in real life, this still exists, but it can't spread as much as the internet, which is actually a beautiful thing because good things can spread, like beautiful ideas, beautiful work can spread. But this current state of consciousness of humanity is one of, it's very low, despite what scientists say. You don't know shit. But anyways, it's very low. So negativity, I'm not saying negativity as a platitude, new age platitude. I'm saying like toxic ideologies and dogmas and beliefs can spread like wildfire, and people hug this shit like a mother. They love it because, let's say you got dumped by your girlfriend or something. You could do one of two things. You can find something to blame and a group to join that talk shit on people and stuff like that, or you can just take it on the chin, suffer it out, and move forward. Like that's literally the only fucking option. So the way you restore your faith in humanity is realizing that this is a blink in infinity. It's not even like if there's one thing I believe that humanity can do, it's to survive. Humanity can survive. God damn it. We've fucking been through fucking snow, fucking scorching heat, fucking the Holocaust, World War II, all this shit. We've been through all of it. And slavery, whatever. Like, you think that this is anything? Like, it sounds like, silly to say because this is something, right? It does matter. It does matter. But, these doomsayers and nonsense, it doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't get you anywhere. Because like I said, life doesn't reward destruction. What does it reward? It rewards creativity, creation, doing something, providing value, really caring about the world. Not just wanting to see it go to shit so other people can suffer along with you. This is the problem. So what needs to happen is you need a spiritual journey is if you're going through this, really you need a spiritual journey. You need to realize deeper truths about life, because if all you do every day, like, I'm not saying you, of course. I'm just saying you as like a general thing, I guess. So like if all you do is constantly point the finger and blame other people for like your lot in life, and part of that may be true, but there's no point in it. It doesn't get you anywhere. So what needs to happen is you need to really inquire into your mind, how your mind is constructing reality from scratch, right? The videos you watch, the people you're around, the environment that you're in, all this stuff, you're constructing it. You, you are the authority in your life. You give authority to things. So if you believe something is true, it will be true. This isn't, again, I'm not saying this as a new age platitude. I'm saying this as, an actuality. And if you don't believe me, go see for yourself. Right? See, really understand how the authority, you're giving authority to certain things, certain people, certain ideas, ideologies, dogmas, that may not even be serving you. Probably aren't. Definitely aren't. And you treat these like they're fucking true. Like they're absolutely true. The problem is that they're not. And the even bigger problem is why you outsourcing your life to other people. Don't do that. Like even me, like, of course, listen to me, but like really think through it for yourself. This is, psychedelics can help with this. A lot of different things can help with this. Writing can help with it. And just, living life, like experiencing life, really asking yourself, where are your beliefs from? Like, why do you believe that the world is going to shit? Because it is a belief. You're choosing to see it that way. That's what's going on. Like if you're under the notion that, the world is going to crap, that people suck, that women suck, that men suck, that, the economy sucks, you're choosing to see it that way. You're not, you're not seeing the opportunities that are right in front of you, the opportunities to create, to really create beauty. You have to be so fucking creative that these things don't even touch you. And like I said, this is a very individual solution. It's not a collective solution that I'm saying here. Not everyone can do this. Not everyone can lift themselves up by their bootstraps. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you as an individual can absolutely do that. And you do it for yourself. You do it to yourself. No one's gonna do it for you. Because like I said, the human ego is selfish. So this is really a call to action here, that you can do. You don't have to, just because other people seem to be going crazy, the world seems to be going crazy, doesn't mean your life has to be shit. It could be the most beautiful fucking dream of a lifetime. Absolutely. And I'm not saying this to make you feel good. I'm saying this because you absolutely can do it. There's nothing stopping you, right? Except yourself and the authority that you give to certain ideologies and beliefs and dogmas in your little head, right? I tried to do the O. Let's try it again. I don't know how to do it. But the way to restore your life, the way to restore the love for humanity, because that's basically what it is. It's to smoke cigars. No, okay. No. What you need is more love. How do you go about doing that? There's a lot that goes into that. It's basically a process of experience, spiritual work, self-improvement work, engaging with life, creating things. working on your relationships, all this stuff. Like, it's a very holistic thing. I can't sit here and give you a one solution to this problem, because it is a problem. It's huge. Endless videos on YouTube, Instagram, whatever you use, highlighting the problems with humanity, with the world. And then if you're not conscious, you begin to take on these things as absolute truth, and they start to manifest in your life. This is what's going on. And this is really how the collective has always worked. This is how conditioning works. You fill the mind, you fill people's minds with beliefs and ideologies and dogmas, and most people aren't gonna do the work to cut through that shit. So they live like sheep. But individuals can absolutely do this. So while the world is falling apart, you can help bring it back. You don't bring back the world. You don't, I hate saying that, bring back, like, but you don't help, create a better future through what, through the dogmas and ideologies that people are providing you. You do it through creating valuable things, really caring about humanity. You have to love humanity. That's the answer. I could have just fucking made this video in 1 minute. But, we had to get to this point. It's basically love. You have to love humanity, and you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself, your ego, your identity, but also yourself not as your identity. And we'll talk about that another day. You have to love the capital S self, which is everything. But yeah, I just don't like seeing, like, I don't like seeing people just complain and check out. You don't have to check out. You can be engaged with life and really create things. It's really it's simple. It's fucking simple. It's so simple. But the thing is, we are our worst motherfucking enemies. I experienced this. Everyone experiences this. That you are your worst fucking enemy in the entire world. Because we often think that, you got to change people, and you don't like what people are doing, and you don't like this about the world, and you got to change that. There is some truth to that. But really, if you really, really inquire deeper into this, you'll realize that you yourself are the motherfucking problem. And I can't tell you how you're the problem, because your problems are unique to you. Right? So you just need to identify how you make your life suck. My phone just died. But like I was saying, you have to identify how you make your life suck. Is it what you eat? Your beliefs that you cling on to, that, like, your projections onto the world, the way you view people, the way you treat other people, what you create. Most people don't even create anything. They just fucking complain. That's for sheep. These videos aren't for sheep, really. Because if you choose to be a sheep, you will get the results that most people get, which are mediocre at best. That's just, and when I say that, I might seem like an asshole, but that's the truth. And, you as an individual can really help bring about a better world. Like, don't check out. Don't check out. Literally you can create amazing fucking things. And really, that's what I want my work to be about. I want to, give people hope, right? And myself create amazing things to inspire other people to create their own amazing things. So, love life. That's a choice you make every day, every moment, really. Loving life. I talk about it a lot, especially if you know me in person. I talk about the idea, or really the practice of loving life, having sex with life. Um, and it's so important because if you don't love life, then what are you doing? You're either going to love life or you hate it, or you're going to be in the middle. And the middle is actually the worst place to be because, you're either in or you're out with life. If you decide to be out, take it on the chin, be out. If you decide to be in, you're up for the ride of a fucking lifetime. So that's really all I got to say. Newsletter in the description. Lots of value in there. Get in there. Weekly newsletters. Koby with a y.beehive.com and Instagram in the description. So that's all I got. This cigar is freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. It's almost spring, guys. Tobacco's coming back. I got like 8 varieties I'm growing. But that's all I got for this. Keep the faith. Keep the love. And keep chugging along. I'll see you guys on the next one. I can't snap because my fingers are freezing. Peace.